Hey pretty gang, it's Nicolette or Nick Too Pretty if you follow me on social media. I'm back with another makeup tutorial on how I achieved this bronze everyday slay makeup look. If you're interested to see how I achieved it, keep on watching. So for my foundation, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Pro-Matte foundation, and the colors that I'm using are the soft sable and caramel beige. And I normally like to mix the soft sable with classic tan, but I was out and just so happened that mixing a little bit of this one with it, the caramel beige, works just fine. So I just kind of use my finger and mix it together, usually on the back of my hand, and I just apply it, kind of just dabbing spots all over my face. And I'm using my Morphe E6 foundation brush to apply it and just to make sure that I get everything blended out well and I've got a nice even coat basically. And I'm pretty oily, so that's why I like to use the matte version of this rather than the Pro Glow. Although I haven't tried it. I heard oily girls can use that one too, but this is what I prefer to use. And it's really inexpensive and it works really good, like for a drugstore foundation. L'Oreal got it right with this one. Now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape, hey! And the color that I use in this one is Tan Sand. I legit love this foundation. It is so the truth. It stays matte and it pretty much sets itself. You really don't have to put powder over it. But I like it, and I use it under my under eye. I put a little on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, a little on my chin, Cupid's bow area, and it just works for me and my skin type. Now I'm using my Real Techniques beauty sponge to kind of blend that out nice seamlessly, and it is wet. My beauty blender is like moist. That's such a nasty word. I don't know. I just really don't like that word. I can't believe I just said that. It is damp. My beauty blender is damp. That's better. And I'm just going in and blending it out real lightly, trying not to disturb foundations in other areas. And I do kind of come in more close to my nose just because it kind of snatches it, and I don't really contour my nose too much, so it kind of creates the look as if it's contoured without it actually being contoured. And then I didn't use any eyeshadow primer, so I just went in with the Shape Tape on the eyelids as well and just put a little there. Now to set my concealer, I'm using the Cover FX setting powder, and the color is light, and this works really good. I really only use this to set my under eye and basically the areas where I put the concealer, because this powder is so finely milled and it just works best for under eye, you know, wherever I put my concealer basically. Now this is my Iman foundation stick, and the color is Earth 5. I really just came across this at a Walgreens one day and I decided to give it a try. It was on sale, but it really isn't expensive to begin with, but I decided to give it a try. And I've come across a little gem with this. Like, it works so good to contour with, like even better than the Shape Tape that I've had in mahogany. I used to use that to contour with, but it dries so fast. I just prefer to use stick or something creamy to contour my face with. So I put it on my forehead around the edges to kind of snatch this forehead girl, and then I put a little on the cheeks to kind of carve my face out. And I'm using my Morphe E6 brush to blend it out. And I really like this brush. It's kind of like an angled foundation brush, but I really love to use it for contouring. It works like a charm for contouring. And I'm still blending because I apparently put a little bit too much contour on, so I'm just blending all of that away, as you can see. Blending. And since I didn't put any on my nose, I actually just use what's left on the brush to kind of just snatch my nose a teeny bit, and a little on my chin to make it look more narrow and not so highlighted right there. And now I've grabbed my foundation brush just to kind of blend between what's highlighted and then what's contoured to make it look more seamless versus it just looking so bam, highlight, bam, contour. And now I've got my little BH Cosmetics small foundation brush just so I can use a little more foundation to kind of clean up my contour, just because I went a little bit ham on the cheeks with the contour, especially on this side for some reason. I was a little heavy-handed when I applied it, but that's okay because this cleans it right up and no one would ever know. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in matte and poreless, and the color is Mocha 360. And I'm just using this on a big fluffy brush by MAC Studio to just kind of set where I lay down the cream contour. It just helps to make everything stay matte. And for eyes, I'm going to use my Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette. I love, love, love this palette. It legit has everything that you need. So to start out with, the first color I'm using is Sunder, and that's one of the bigger shades in the middle. I'm using that as my transition shade just to kind of darken up my crease area. And I'm not being too precise with this just because it's not a cut crease or anything like that. I just put it kind of all into my crease area. And then the second color that I'm going in with is actually called Cut Crease, and I'm just using that because it's a little bit of a darker brown shade, but not too dark, just to use it to kind of deepen up the crease. And then now I am using the color Artistic, and I'm just using it on the side of this fluffy brush. I'm not switching back and forth for brushes today. I'm just not doing it, girl. But I'm using that just in the kind of the inner corner and just all over the lid. And this color is a really pretty kind of bronzy, goldish kind of shade. I really like it. It's really pretty yet subtle at the same time. And now for the outer V, I'm using Bronze Chrome, just to kind of warm it up some on the edge. And you see me dancing here. I'm over here listening to Chris Brown, so I'm going hard. I wish I could play that in my video, but I do not want copyright laws coming after me. And I didn't mention it earlier, but the brush that I'm using here is the Royal and Langnickel. It's the crease and smudger brush, which is bomb. It works really well. I got it in an Ipsy bag. Now here I'm going in with my NYX gel liner in Jet Black just to line my eyelid. I'm going to do a little baby wing just because I'm not trying to be too dramatic for work. Not today, boo, not today. And this brush is a Luxie brush, and I think it's the 214. I'm not sure, but it's a really good angled brush, a small angled brush. And I actually got this in my Ipsy bag too, but this brush is really good. It's actually made me interested in ordering some more of their brushes, which they're inexpensive, but they've got really, really good quality brushes. So I'm gonna order some too, girl. Now I'm going in with a little mascara just to kind of coat my lashes before I put falsies on. And this mascara is just a Mary Kay mascara that I got from one of my coworkers who's now selling Mary Kay. But it works pretty good. It kind of reminds me of the Smashbox X-Rated. The brush is exactly the same, no different. But it's really good, and the color, of course, is Jet Black. And now for my lashes, I'm using the Eylure in collaboration with the Vegas Nay, and this is the Bronze Beauty lash, and they are so pretty. They're kind of like a wispy, but they're long and kind of dramatic, but soft and cute at the same time. And I think these are actually mink lashes for this set, but they're really, really pretty. I like them a lot. Now I'm going back in with my Royal and Langnickel brush, and I'm using the other ends of the brush. And this is the smudger part, which I dip back into the cut crease shade and the bronze chrome shade, just to use that to apply underneath my eyelid. Just to kind of add a little drama and make the look complete, of course, with the eyeshadow on the bottom. And I just put that all underneath, smudging it all the way in. And then I go in with my NYX gel liner and the small angled brush again, and just use that to line my waterline. I didn't want it to be too dark on the eye area, or the under eye area, so I just go and line my waterline with the gel liner. And this liner is waterproof, so it stays put. Now I'm going in with my mascara again, just to coat my bottom lashes. If you don't have mascara on your bottom lashes, your look is not complete. Or at least for me, like there's days where sometimes I forget and I'm like beating myself up like all day, like because I do not have mascara on my bottom lashes. And now I'm just using a little applicator brush that I got from just some random eyeshadow palette. And I'm using my Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby and Me Money highlighter. And I'm just using that to pop in the inner corner. And these two colors together are so pretty. It's like a gold, kind of rose goldy color, but it looks so dope on my skin tone. And then I just use my finger just to smudge it on the bridge of my nose and then on my cupid's bow area. And then I am going in here with my NYX Natural Nude Lip Liner. And this is a pretty kind of basically natural nude color. It looks really pretty when you're going for kind of a subtle nude lip. This is what I reach for. And NYX lip liners are pretty dope and inexpensive. Like, I have so many of them. It's crazy. And then for lipstick, I'm using a Wet n Wild Mochalicious. And this is one of their matte shades. These are like $1, maybe $2 at Walgreens. But I have so many of their shades also. It's a pretty, like a chocolate kind of brown color, but it's muted a little bit. And then I have this Forever 21, I think it's like a nude crayon. I can't remember because the name is not on it anymore, but just something that I grabbed at Forever 21 in the checkout line. You know how it is. But I use that to kind of put it in the middle. And then I'm going back in with my e.l.f. highlighter brush and just adding some highlighter on the, the cheeks and putting a little above my brow. Adding a little bit more of that Me Money Hustler Baby to my nose. And yeah. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed and keep watching for more videos and more tutorials and makeup looks like this to come. Thanks.